Hello and welcome to Johnson Coliseum. Jason Barfield here, and we are ready for Southland Conference basketball. Bearcats getting ready to take on the Demons of Northwestern State. Jason Barfield here alongside Ken Holland. And Ken, you go through the non-conference schedule, and it's a time to kind of learn about what you've got as a team. The Cats, though, they finished really with a couple of good wins, but mainly that Louisiana Tech win here at home to kind of help really springboard them into Southland play.
Yeah, the Louisiana Tech game was a great win. They were behind most of the game and then came in and got the lead late in the second half and maintained that lead. The size, both height and weight-wise, and the athleticism of Louisiana Tech was a great test for the Bearcats, and they came out with the W.
So the Bearcats will be facing off against a Demon team here to start. In fact, the Bearcats get 2 home games to start Southland play. So anytime you get into league play, you want to be somewhere where you're comfortable. You always like to start off at home because you want to get off onto that good start. And I think one of the things that we've learned over the years is you can't really take a team for the record, especially in league play, and a team like Northwestern State, coached by Mike McConaughey, despite any of the games that they've had during the non-conference, they're going to come out, they're going to be prepared, and they're going to be ready to play basketball.
Well, Coach has a lot of experience in this league, and so he knows our team pretty well. He knows our coach, Coach Hooten, pretty well. So, yeah, pre-conference is a test. It gets you ready for conference. So this is where it all begins. Everybody has a clean slate right now, and each team's going to come out here and give it their all to hopefully get a W.
Demons are coming off of 3 straight losses, all of those on the road. So they continue this road warrior mentality. They lost at Louisiana Monroe, at SMU, at LSU. So they stay out on the road. They've been out. They know what it's like to play in a road environment. So this isn't going to be anything new for them. For the Bearcats, Bearcats are coming into this one. They're 6-4. Had some games that they feel like they probably could have won, that maybe that 6-4 mark should be about 8-2. But, it's something you kind of learn a little bit about your team along the way. Certainly you like to have the wins, but there's some learning experiences there as well that they can take away from some of those games that maybe it just didn't pull out late in the ball game.
Well, Jason, absolutely. We lost 4 seniors that had 17 combined years of experience, and so there's a lot of new guys on this team. They're coming together. They've been very coachable. The chemistry is getting there. And so, yeah, those games that were lost were great learning experiences for them.
We'll run down the starters for you. First, for Northwestern State, Brian White at guard. He is a sophomore out of Natchitoches. Judier Bile, junior out of Denver, 6'6" forward. Larry Owens, a 6'7" center. He's a junior out of Monroe. Nikos Hugues, 6'9" freshman out of Athens, Greece. And then Trenton Massners. We're ready to jump this one up, and it's controlled by the Bearcats. Run some things down for the Cats for you here as Danon Swoop will get it started. Cats swinging the ball around the perimeter. Chad Bowie on the baseline. Up top for Zach Nuttall. Nuttall pulls up, fires a 3, back iron, no good. Rebound to the Demons. Starting for the Bearcats, R.J. Smith, 6'5" freshman, as the ball's on the floor there, and a timeout called by the Bearcats, so a good defensive play by Bowie. And that'll give us a chance to set up your starting 5 for the Bearcats. Mentioned R.J. Smith. Transferred here from Butler Community College, 6'5" forward, 220 pounds. Really brings a lot of athleticism to this Bearcat lineup. Chad Bowie, we've already seen on both sides of the floor now. 6'2" guard. He is a junior now out of Houston. Played his high school ball at Fort Bend Elkins. Came to the Cats from Kilgore College. Zach Nuttall, sophomore out of Bryan High School. Really starting to settle into his own in this lineup. Danon Swoop. Swoop's going to be an interesting guy this year for the Bearcats. 6 foot, 185-pound guard. He's a grad transfer out of Overland Park, Kansas. Comes to the Bearcats from Elon. So he's got that Division I experience that they're looking for. And then, of course, Kai Mitchell in the paint out of Haverstraw, New York. Hutchinson Community College is where he transferred from. And he's going to be the guy all year long for the Bearcats. R.J. Smith up top, hands it off to Swoop. Round for Nuttall, down low to Mitchell. Mitchell pulls up 15-foot jumper, no good, over the top of the rim, and it's going to go out of bounds and stay with the Bearcats.
Well, Jason, like you said, Cobb Mitchell is going to be a huge part of this team this season. They're going to want to get it down low and create offense by getting it to him often.
Inbound comes to Smith, just 5 left to shoot. Swoop with it. Step back jumper, yes! Danon Swoop knocks it down. Good use of the clock there. Good recognition by Swoop. First 2 points of the game go to the Bearcats. White with it up top for the Demons. White swings it around. 3 ball fired up. No good. Bowie there for the rebound. Hughes there was firing up the 3. Bowie goes coast to coast. Shot was partially blocked. It goes out. It'll stay with the Bearcats. Larry Owens got a hand on it, the 6'7" center.
There's a lot of size down low for Northwestern State at this moment.
Inbound to Mitchell, and Mitchell had it knocked out of his hands. They said he was the last to touch it. So it'll be a turnover for the Bearcats, back over to Northwestern State. And you talk about that size just in the starting lineup for the Demons. 6'7", 6'9", 6'6". So there's your 3 big guys, all standing 6'6" or better. Skip pass to the corner. Messner comes up top for White. White fires up the 3, back iron, no good. Nuttall goes high to get the rebound. Out to Swoop, loses control of it, still with Swoop, has it poked away. Bowie heads up play, feeds it off. Mitchell kicks out, Smith, 3, good! And a technical foul issued to R.J. Smith. Think he had something to say to the Demon bench after he hit that 3. We'll take another look at the 3 here by R.J. Smith. And you see him looking at the bench. It's right in front of the official. Jason Hooten getting the explanation. And Hooten shaking his head. Saying, okay, okay.
Didn't look like he disagreed.
So the technical free throw being taken by Brian White. First one is good. And I think Hooten asking McConaughey. So the 2 head coaches talking back and forth a little bit about what may have been said. So both free throws by White were good. And that could really take the steam out of a 5-0 start by the Bearcats. So 2 free throws and the ball for Northwestern State. White being guarded by Bowie. White nearly lost control of things. Bowie falls to the floor and he's called for a foul. Looks like Bowie had pretty good defensive marking there.
He's pushing off. Pushing off, Rip.
Get another look at the foul. I didn't really see much of a foul there. Looks like he did a good job of getting around Bowie. Bowie kind of got himself knocked to the floor. Kind of a tough luck foul there. 2.5 minutes played, 5-2 early lead for the Bearcats.
I think maybe since he went to the floor, the referee thought he maybe had some contact by Bowie.
May have been. There's a 3 ball, far side, no good. Bowie there with the rebound. Out to Swope. Swope, 17-foot jumper, front iron, doesn't get the roll to go. Larry Owens pulls down the rebound for the Demons. Massner now pushing the ball up the floor. Bowie's going to be out on him. Little free throw line jumper by Massner is good. Back-to-back scoring opportunities for the Demons as the Cats swing it around. R.J. Smith for 3, back iron, no good. Right to Bowie. Picks up the offensive board. Bowie will take his shot at it. Back iron, no good. Smith there for the offensive rebound. Double teamed on the baseline. Smith swings it out. And the jumper is no good by Kai Mitchell. 3 good opportunities for the Cats, couldn't convert. Down to the other end, we've got a charge. Swope did a good job stepping in front of it, took a brunt of that contact. Offensive foul called on Hugues.
You know, Swope was inserted into the starting lineup 2 games ago, and he has really brought a lot of energy and also great defensive play.
Swope on the ball here. Into Mitchell. Mitchell couldn't corral it, and the ball ends up getting tied up on the floor. It'll be Demon basketball. It's an entry pass into Kai Mitchell. Looked like a pretty good pass. I don't think there was anything wrong with the pass from Swope. Mitchell couldn't get a handle on it. Just kind of dropped in between his legs. Was able to tie it up. Then the inbound comes right to Bowie. Bowie lays it in. What happened there? And then a foul by Mitchell as he tried to go for the steal. But a bad inbound pass, and Bowie was right there on the spot, laid it in. Get another look at it here on the inbound, and the ball's thrown right to Bowie. White was cutting one direction. And then Bile on the inbound went the opposite way. So it turned into 2 easy points for the Bearcats. They lead at 7-4. So there's a 3-ball by Bile, no good. Bowie there with the rebound. Bowie very active so far in this one. Pulls up, long jumper, back iron, no good. Demons off and running with it. Little floater in the paint by White is good. Brian White, the Natchitoches product. He's got 4 points here in the early going. Bowie around for Swope. Fires up a 3. Good!
You know, Danon Swope, as he was inserted into the starting lineup, he hit some key threes in the Louisiana Tech game.
Cats have a couple of 3-pointers here in this one, as there's a 3 by the Demons trying to answer, no good. Rebound by Bowie. Boy, at this rate, Bowie's going to have 10 boards by the half. Seems like he's been on every single one of them. Bowie looks to drive, cut off, hands it off to Smith. Smith into the paint, back to Bowie, steps back, fires a 3, no good. Ball batted around. Hugues picks it up for the Demons. White pushing the ball up the floor. By the way, 4 rebounds already for Bowie. He's got 4 of the Cats' 5 boards. It's the inbound or the in pass to Hugues in the paint. Check that. That's Dalen Williams just checked in. R.J. Smith fires a 3 for the Cats. Good! 2 for Smith. Cats with 3 long-range efforts so far. Skip pass for the Demons. 3-ball fired up. Air ball no good. Nuttall there for the rebound. Whips a pass out. Bowie with it midcourt. Cats don't have numbers. Bowie does the wise thing. Slows it down. Now a pass into Mitchell. A little double pump, and he's fouled, knocked to the floor, and he'll go shoot 2. With that whistle, we'll have a timeout on the floor. We will take it. 13:46 left to play here in the first half. Bearcats out to the early 5-point lead over the Demons. They're up 13-8 here on the Bearcats Sports Network. And for the Southland Conference opener between the Bearcats and the Demons of Northwestern State. Cats out to the early 13-8 lead, and Ken, so far they've been doing it from long range.
They have, hitting those key three-pointers, and Chad Bowie getting 5 rebounds so far in this first half.
Kai Mitchell at the line for the Cats. First free throw, front iron, no good. One more free throw to come for Mitchell. Second one on the way, gets that one to go. Rare miss for Mitchell, who's been shooting 84% from the stripe this year. It's 21 of 25 coming into this game. 6-point lead for the Bearcats, 14-8. Demons working it around the perimeter here. And a foul called on Nuttall.
Getting some subs in for the Bearcats with Mark Ticanico and DeMarcus Lampley. It's good to be able to have some size come in and give Kai Mitchell a breather.
We'll see how Ticanico continues to develop as he transitions into this lineup.
You know, Jason, he's a very intelligent player, learning the system, obviously coming in his first year here. I think he's going to pay big dividends down through the season for the Cats.
Traveling call there on the Demons. It was Hugues taking the extra step. It's already 4 or 5 turnovers now for Northwestern State. And Swoop drives. Kick to the corner, 3 ball up. That's Lampley. Good. DeMarcus Lampley just checked into the ball game for the Bearcats. Buries the 4th 3-pointer for the Cats here in the first half. Entry pass into the paint, knocked away. Nuttall comes up with a loose ball. Nuttall off and running with it. Swings it out. Lampley tried to go for 3. R.J. Smith right there on the spot. Ticanico will fire a 3. Back iron, no good. Quickly down on the other end. Little spin move in the paint. And the layup is good by Dalen Williams. Three ball, Lampley, good! Lampley has checked into the ball game and buried 2 from long range. Bearcats already with 5 3-pointers. They're 5 of 10 as they get set to make a host of substitutions. Little jumper in the paint there by Hugues. 20-12 Bearcat lead. We played just a little more than 8 minutes here. R.J. Smith in the corner. Thought about the drive. It was cut off. Smith gets it back. He'll pull up, fire a 3. Back iron, no good. Hugues with it up top. 15 left to shoot. Boy, got that elbow out on the chest of R.J. Smith, and there's a foul call. So with that whistle, we'll have a timeout on the floor, and we'll take it as Hugues had a few words on his way off the floor, but I don't think there was any doubt about the foul on that one. 11:06 left to play here in the first half. Bearcats leading at 20-12 here on the Bearcat Sports Network. back here at Johnson Coliseum. Bearcats leading at 20-12, and Cats continuing to shoot well from three-point range. 5 of 11. R.J. Smith with 2. Lampley with 2. Swoop has added 1 of his own. The Cats make a couple of subs during that timeout. Break them down here for you in just a second. Xavier Bryant, one of the new guys on the floor with the ball right now. Back to Tikanico, a little head fake, kick out. Free ball by Lampley, no good. Ball loose on the floor, good fight there, down low. And who is that getting on the ball?
Terriante.
Is that Thomas?
Yes, sir.
Terriante Thomas, who just checked in. Junior transfer out of East Mississippi Community College. Wins possession back for the Bearcats. Bryant drives, left-handed layup, high off the glass and in. Good drive there by Xavier Bryant. Bearcats to lead the double digits, 22-12. And a whistle down on the baseline. Lampley, I think they got the reach. Demons make a substitution. Larry Owens checks back into the ball game. Dalen Williams will step out. Team foul number 5 on the Bearcats, so still not shooting. Demons will inbound along the baseline. Juwan Jones also in the game for the Bearcats as there's a 3 ball, no good. Rebound to the Demons. Offensive board, a little shot in the paint. They turn the ORB into 2 points.
Just watching that matchup between Tikanico and Owens as Owens gets back into the game. Big size differential. He's going to have to really block out.
Extra step there for Bryant, a turnover for the Bearcats. Just their 3rd turnover of the game so far for the first 10 minutes of action.
And as I say that, Kai Mitchell re-enters the game to play the post.
But a good little spell there for Tikanico.
Yep.
Gave Mitchell a bit of a break. Owens will hand it off into the hands of Roberson. Roberson around for Bile. Loose ball on the floor. Kicked by Bile. That's really a break for the Demons because, I mean, if he doesn't kick the ball away, the Cats pick it up and they're off on a break.
Absolutely. Yeah, they had numbers coming down the floor. Could have been a fast break point opportunity for the Bearcats.
So the Cats will dribble it up the floor with Bryant. Bryant to Lampley and a push after the pass. No, they're going to call the foul on Mitchell.
Yeah, a little
in the post.
Little contact down there.
Get another look at it here. Illegal screen. You'll see him drop the shoulder and move right into the contact. That's now 2 fouls on Mitchell, so he's going to go to the bench. Pass goes into the low post for the Demons. Backing in, turn around. Shot is good from Bile. Worked his way into the paint. Back to a 6-point game, 22-16. Bryant, Tikanico will fire up a 3. In and out, no good. And the ball's loose on the floor. Bearcats come up with it. Lampley passes it out to Jones. To Bryant. And a foul called on the entry pass to Tikanico. I think Kador Queek was called for it. Lampley into Tikanico. Backs in, backs to the paint. Swing it around to the corner. Jones to Tikanico. Layup, no good. That's where you're going to have to see him get a little bit stronger with the ball, and that's something that will come. And a little easy underhanded pass, and a timeout called by Jason Hooten as Northwestern State has stretched this or cut this down to a 4-point game. And so with that timeout, we've got a full break on the floor, so we'll take it. 8:03 left to play here in the first half. Cats giving up 6 straight to the Demons. It's a 22-18 game here on the Bearcat Sports Network. Back here at Johnson Coliseum, Jason Barfield alongside Ken Holland. Northwestern State currently on a 6-0 run over the last 2 minutes. Bearcats lead cut down to 4. Nuttall with it for the Cats, steps back, shoots a long 2, and it's good. I think they may take a look at that one. They're calling it a 2 right now. They may go back and give that one another look at the next dead ball. So for now, that's a 2 for Zach Nuttall, his first bucket of the game. And now we've got an offensive foul call. Get another look at it here from Nuttall. Foot, oh, it's tough to tell from that angle. May have just had a toe across the line. They had a stoppage there, and they didn't look at it. So right now it looks like it's going to stand as a 2 for Nuttall.
So, Jason, they are getting some good looks from the three-point range.
Bowie back in the ballgame off that last timeout, turns it over there. Tough pass, tough to handle there. Cats lead by 6. Skip pass for the Demons. Down into the corner. Step back 3, rattles in and out. Nuttall goes up high to get the rebound. Starting 5 with the exception of Mitchell on the floor right now for the Cats, as Nuttall was knocked to the floor and he'll shoot 2. R.J. Smith, Zach Nuttall, Chad Bowie, and Kai Mitchell, or Danon Swoop on the floor. Mitchell on the bench. Tika Nico is back in for him. Mitchell's sitting with 2 fouls. First free throw from Nuttall is good. Get another look at the foul. See the hit on the elbow of Mitchell, or of Nuttall rather. Bubba Furlong checks into the ball game for the first time. Furlong is 6'9", 240-pound junior out of Waco Midway. Free throw is no good, and Bubba Furlong wasn't on the floor long. He just picked up his first foul. That's going to put Northwestern State in the bonus, so they're going to go shoot free throws. So the push from Furlong over in front of the Demon bench. We're going to move it all the way down here and get a couple free throws off of it. First free throw from Quath is good. One more on the way, back iron, no good, but he gets his offensive rebound, and then a jump ball is the call.
Great effort by Quath to come in and follow his shot and try to get the rebound and get a jump ball.
Another look at it here. And what Furlong's probably lucky he didn't get called for a second foul there. I don't know how much possession he had there to force a jump ball.
Looked like the ball was still rattling around a little bit.
So it'll be an inbound on the baseline for the Demons. A drive and a foul called on Furlong. Furlong's been on the floor about a minute. He's picked up 2 fouls. Another look at it here. Tell you what, I don't know that Furlong did just a whole lot there. It really looked like the foul might have been Nuttall on the drive reaching in, which should have just made this a 1-and-1. Free throws are good. (25-21). Bearcats lead it by 4. Bowie tried to go into the corner to Smith, and it wasn't a good pass. It's a steal, and on the break, a foul is called on Bowie. And things have just gotten a little sloppy for the Bearcats here over the last several minutes. Foul was called on Swoop, his first. First free throw from Hugues is good. And Bryant will check into the ball game for Bowie. And that move is in response to the bad pass by Bowie. Jason Hooten goes over to talk with him a little bit and make sure they're on the same page.
Jason, Coach Hooten, whenever sloppy play is starting to happen, he doesn't like it too much, so he'll make some changes.
Bryant, hands to Swoop, back to Bryant, steps back, fires a 3, good!
The 3-point ball is dropping in the net for the Bearcats tonight.
It's been a while since they knocked one down, but that's their 7th of the first half. Lead back to 6 for Sam Houston. Messner in the corner, comes up, top of the key. 3 ball fired up, and that one is good.
That's their first out of, I believe, 8.
They're now 1 of 9 from 3-point range after missing their first 8. Back to a 2-point game. Nuttall trap over to Furlong. Furlong lays it in.
Nice awareness of Bubba Furlong to get around the defender there.
Lead back to 4 for the Bearcats, 30-26 as we approach the 5-minute mark. 3 ball fired up, no good. Ball loose on the floor. Furlong comes up with it. Kicks it out for Bryant. Bryant over on the left side. Up top for R.J. Smith. Smith swings it around for Swope. Swope drive, little 10-foot jumper, no good. And the ball is down for the Demons, and a foul called on Furlong. That is his 3rd. Jason Hooten looking at Furlong saying, why? Never did reach in and get the ball. Went all contact right around the neck area. Good look of Jason Hooten there on the sideline. Kind of scratching his head here right now. First free throw is no good. We're in the double bonus. Lampley will check in. Furlong's got to take a seat.
The last 5 minutes is a stark difference between the first 10 for the Bearcats.
Lampley pulls down the rebound. Yeah, the Cats had built up a nice lead. They had been up by double digits. Nuttall fouled on his way to the basket. I don't know if they're going to call it a shooting foul or not. They're not, so it'll be a 1-and-1 for Nuttall. Foul called on Norvell. That's his first. Norvell, the 6'2" junior out of Slidell, Louisiana. First free throw for Nuttall's good. He earns himself a second. Another look at the drive by Nuttall here. As he jumps into the lane. Drew the contact. Second free throw is good. Lead back to 6 for the Bearcats. Ball kicked down in the corner. 3 ball and a foul called. Swope, who was going to close out. And that'll be 3 free throws for Roberson. I think Swope might have felt like Roberson could have kicked out on him. Swoop. First free throw is good. We'll get another look at it. Definitely drew the contact. A little savvy move by the shooter, though. Bowie checks back into the ball game.
You know, those calls are interesting because you saw him hit the hand after he released the ball, so did it really impede him from making the shot?
And one of the things they're looking at, too, is shooters on the kick out as well. And I think that was kind of the question is kick down in the corner, and Lampley with the 3 is good. He's got 3 threes here in the first half. 3 from the Demons is up, no good. Cats pull down the rebound. Chance to extend this out a little bit more. An ill-advised pass. Bryant never saw the defender trailing the play. .15 left on the shot clock. Stolen there by Nuttall. So the Cats give it away. The Demons give it right back. Nuttall, 8-foot jumper, back iron, doesn't get the roll to go. We've got a foul on the floor, and I think it's against Northwestern State. It is. And with that whistle, we've got a timeout on the floor. We'll take it. 3:28 left to play here in the first. Bearcats leading at 35-28. The Sam Houston State basketball here on the Bearcat Sports Network. And back here at Johnson Coliseum, the officials just got finished taking a look at that three-pointer or two-pointer by Zach Nuttall, and they gave it another look. We'll look at it here on that front foot, toe just across the line, and they did just tell both benches that it was a two. And that was the call originally on the floor, so no change on the scoreboard. But good on the officials to go back and take another look at it when they had the opportunity.
You know, the initial replay that we saw from this side, we couldn't really tell, but that was a very clear indication that he was still in the line.
And they've got the same look stat we have, so they saw the same thing we did just now. Let everybody know that was a two. Second free throw from R.J. Smith is good. Gets them both to go. The lead's back up to 9 for the Bearcats. See if they can finish this first half strong. Leading 37-28. $13 left to shoot for the Demons. We've got a whistle away from the ball and a 3-second violation. Last time you saw 3 seconds called.
It's been a little while.
That's been. A lot of times they like to establish that early in the year, and then you don't ever see it again.
I think it was in my daughter's junior high game last week.
And that was probably 5 or 6 seconds before they actually called it.
Yeah.
37-28, Bearcats on top. Slowed things down just a little bit here. To see if they can build a nice, comfortable lead. Entry pass to Smith, tried to throw down the dunk. Couldn't finish it off. Demons off and running. Nice job there by Nuttall. Got a fingertip on it and broke up the transition by the Demons.
Yeah, that was a good job. Jason, just for the Bearcat fans out there, the women's team was on the road earlier today against Northwestern State, and they came away with a 79-69 win. Amber Leggett followed up her Player of the Week honors with a 24-point game, but Jalen Walker, after having a quiet pre-conference slate, 30 points.
Yeah, I got a chance to watch a good bit of that game. A rare afternoon game on a Wednesday, but a 3 o'clock game. Class not in session there in Northwestern State, so they played the early game. And that was the game that early on the Cats just had a hard time getting much separation. And Leggett got herself into foul trouble. 3 fouls in the first half, and she had no points at the break. And then 24-point explosion in the second half for Leggett. She only had 1 foul in the second half. Her being on the floor was the difference in that game.
Absolutely, and what a great player she is. Her sophomore campaign, of course, she's surrounded by some seniors. It's going to be a great year for Raven Justin and her squad. Going to be exciting to watch them throughout the season.
We're back to action here. Northwestern State inbounds. Tried to get it down low to Owens, wasn't there. Messner here with it. And another whistle away from the ball and a foul called on R.J. Smith. I think he was tied up with Larry Owens in the low post. Smith giving away a lot of size there.
Yeah, right now there is a mismatch on the floor for the Bearcats. R.J. Smith trying to defend against Owens.
So Owens will have 2 free throws here. The first one is up and good.
When I say size mismatch, not only in height but in weight, 6'7", 300 pounds.
Tell you what, I didn't see a whole lot there from Smith. The call was a hold, and it looked like he was just doing a good job of defending and kind of bodying up on Owens. Kind of a tough luck foul there on R.J. Smith. Lead back to 7 for the Bearcats. Lampley to Nuttall. Nuttall kicks to the corner. 3 ball fired up. Good! Xavier Bryant.
I think everybody wants a piece of that 3 ball action.
8 for 16 for the Bearcats. And the ball thrown away by the Demons. Get another look at the 3 from Bryant. Good feed here from Nuttall. And the kick to the corner. Bryant will fire another three. Rattles in and out, no good. Offensive rebound by the Bearcats. Up top, kicked into the corner for Nuttall. Nuttall drives. Ticaniko to Lampley. Three. No good. Ticaniko put back. No good. Had a good look at it. Came in clean, just couldn't finish. On the drive, and the ball knocked out. It'll stay with the Demons.
Jason, even though Ticaniko didn't get to finish that play, he got the rebound under the basket, came out with a pass out to the perimeter, kept it going, and just great ball movement. But I like what I'm seeing from Ticaniko.
Owens, jumper, no good. Rebound, loose ball on the floor. Bowie picks it up. Cats have numbers. Bowie kind of fumbled with it a little bit, and the layup was high off the glass, no good. Free ball from the corner from Massner, no good. Ticaniko there with the rebound. Minute 10. Hooten tells Bowie to just slow it up a little bit. Cats leading by double digits. Bearcats are just one of their last 7 from the floor, though, as Nuttall has the ball knocked out of his hands.
Jason, watching Zach Nuttall from our level just drive the lane like he does, it's pretty interesting to watch, fun to watch.
Bryant fires a three, no good. Ball poked away, Bryant picks it up, and a foul called from the backside of the play. Oh, I don't think Jason Hooten liked it.
I don't think he liked that call from that position from the referee.
We'll get another look at it here. Nuttall kind of fighting through contact. Nuttall never really did get a hand on the ball. It was only knocked loose because of the push. Probably a good call there on Nuttall. First free throw from White is good. Nuttall will take a seat on the bench with his second foul. Final 47 seconds here as Thomas checks back in for the Bearcats. Second free throw is good. 40-32. Bearcats lead by 8. Thomas hands to Lampley. Lampley stumbled, managed to stay with the ball somehow. Lampley from the corner. Head fake. Drive. Has the ball stripped. It'll stay with the Cats. 5 left to shoot. Bearcats haven't scored in 2 minutes. Their last bucket was that 3 by Bryant. Ticaniko catches the inbound. 3 left to shoot. Fires a 3. Good!
Like I said, I think everybody wants to get into the three-point contest tonight.
9 threes for the Cats. They lead it by 11. White looks to drive, creates a little space, and the jumper's good. And that will do it for the first half, as the Demons get a bucket to close it out. And after 20 minutes of play, Bearcats will go to the locker room up 43-34. One last look. Just a little bit of shove there from White. Freed himself up, and he knocked down the bucket. A little bit of momentum for Northwestern State as they'll take it into the break. So they're going to go for half. We'll step aside for the half as well. Give yourself a chance to go grab yourself a drink, make yourself a sandwich, and come back for the second half for us here. Bearcats lead at 43-34, the Southland Conference opener against Northwestern State. It's Sam Houston State basketball here on the Bearcat Sports Network.
Men's basketball returning Saturday, December 21st when the Bearcats face off against New Orleans here at Johnson Coliseum, starting at 2 p.m. for Youth Jersey Day. Kids 12 and under will have an opportunity to take part in post-game shoot-around and receive free admission if they wear a jersey. For more information, please visit GoBearcats.com or call 936-294-1729. Women's basketball is back in action Monday, December 30th when the Bearcats host Wiley College here at Johnson Coliseum starting at 6:30 p.m. The first 100 fans will receive a whiteout t-shirt. For more information, visit GoBearcats.com or call the ticket office at 936-294-1729. And finally, fans, don't miss out on the opportunity to take a picture with Santa. Visit our marketing table at the Coliseum entrance and smile pretty. Fans are also encouraged to make holiday cards for kids at the hospital, as well as purchase hot chocolate at the concession stand.
And welcome back to Johnson Coliseum. Jason Barfield here alongside Ken Holland. And the Bearcats leading at 43-34. And Ken, really the story of the first half for the Bearcats was their three-point shooting.
Absolutely, and they're spreading it around, doing a great job with ball movement, but getting those open looks beyond the arc. 6 guys with three-pointers so far tonight.
Yeah, 9 of 20 for the Bearcats. You know, you look at the flip side of things for Northwestern State. They're just 1 of 12 from three-point range. They're staying in the game right now because of what they're doing at the free throw line. A lot of fouls in that first half by the Bearcats. And they really added up, had a couple of guys have to go to the bench, and the Demons made them pay at the stripe.
What's interesting about that, Brian White's 4 for 4. Gatdor Huth is 3 for 6, but their leading free throw shooter for the season, Bile, hasn't even gone to the line yet. So that's interesting. But you're right, that's where they're staying in this ball game is on the free throw line.
Yeah, 13 of 17 at the stripe. Bearcats are really doing their damage right now from three-point range. 9 of 20, 14 of 36 overall shooting for the Bearcats. That number, they started off on a blistering pace. It came back a little bit as the half went on. So we'll see how the Bearcats really can turn that going. You know, you look at the way it went for the Bearcats, and they built out a nice little 10-point lead, allowed Northwestern State back into it. Then they kind of built it back out. They got it to 11 right there at the end of the half. A late bucket by Northwestern State got it to single digits, but the Bearcats could come out here in the second half and kind of have the similar type of start. They can really build this thing up to 15, 16 really quick.
I would imagine they would come out with some high energy after a half-court or halftime talk by Coach Chayton Hooten.
So they've got the ball first here. Bowie in the paint. Drops it off for Smith. Smith shot no good, but he's fouled and will go to the line. Cats only took 8 free throws in the first half compared to 17 for Northwestern State. So quickly they're aggressive, they attack, and R.J. Smith has earned himself 2 at the stripe. Mentioned opening night here in Southland Conference play. We'll run down some scores for you here in a moment. First free throw for Smith is good. Stephen F. Austin up on Houston Baptist at the half, 48-26. SFA already running away with that one. Abilene Christian out early on New Orleans, 22-15. We'll see New Orleans here on Saturday. That free throw from Smith is good. Lamar up on Southeastern Louisiana, 34-26. That one in Beaumont. Corpus on the road at Nichols, 33-19. Lead for the Islanders late in the first half. Demons look to drive baseline. They'll kick it out in the corner. Drive, will jump shot, no good. Tip in by Owens is good. So each team has scored here. Start the second half. Nuttall, or Bowie knocked to the floor. Ball picked up by the Demons, trying to get out in transition. Drive up, layup is good by White.
Great drive in to the lane by White and staying with it for the basket.
One final score in the league, Central Arkansas. Overtime winners over Incarnate Word, 88-82. As Mitchell pulls up for a jumper, it's no good. Cats have misfired on 3 shots here so far in the second half. Not the start that we talked about needing to get off to. Northwestern State's got it back to a 7-point game. With the ball here, ball loose on the floor. 2-on-1, Nuttall takes it himself, lays it up and in.
I think that's what Coach Hooten wants to see is defense creating offense.
He had Bowie to his left. He felt like the best play was himself, and he finished it off. Back to 9-point lead. 2 minutes gone here in the second half. Back it in, turnaround shot, no good, but a foul called on, I believe it's going to be Mitchell. And if it's Mitchell, it's his third. It is.
As I mentioned, Bile, their leading free throw shooter for the season, first time to the line tonight.
And his first free throw is good.
Coming into this ball game, 23 for 37 at a 62% clip.
Saw the replay there. Mitchell came in late. Kind of a wild swing after the ball was gone, but look at that. Free throw no good. 1 of 2 on the trip. 8-point lead for the Bearcats. Mitchell, who played just 7 minutes in that first half. Still out there as Bowie lays it up. Shot no good. R.J. Smith picks it up. Down low for Mitchell. Pass over to Nuttall. Nuttall throws down the dunk. That took some athleticism from Nuttall to throw that down.
You know, and Jason, I was going to mention it earlier on the steal that he had before. His wingspan is so wide, that allowed him to get that dunk from space.
I didn't think he was in position for it.
Absolutely not. Didn't look like it from here.
Pass goes into the paint. Bile turnaround shot. Gets the kiss off the glass. Lead back to 8 for the Bearcats. Nuttall into Mitchell, fouled, and he'll go to the line. Get another look at the play here by Nuttall. He jumped from outside the yard. It looked like he was going to finger roll that, and at the last second decided to throw down the dunk.
Caught Mitchell coming to the line, shooting 84% on the season.
First free throw is up and good. One more for Mitchell. He's got to be careful playing with 3 fouls here early in the second half. Second one is up and good as well.
It will be interesting to see how long he keeps Mitchell in since Owens for Northwestern came out of the ballgame.
And we've got a whistle. Looks like they Metal High School did a halftime routine out here. Maybe some pom-pom material still on the floor they had to clean up. So Northwestern State will inbound along the sideline. Step back 3. Good from White.
Took Swoop off his feet.
Mitchell backing in, turn around, hook shot, doesn't get the roll to go. Quickly the other way, the ball is overthrown. We'll get another look at it here. Well, White will pin that highlight on his Twitter.
Yeah. That video is going to go get some looks, isn't it?
That's what you like to do as a shooter, cross up your defender and then knock down the shot. Nuttall shot no good. Demons with the ball, down 7. White drives, floater, up high off the glass, no good. Swoop out with it, kicks to the corner. Bowie lost it, falling out of bounds, threw it away. Demons have numbers coming back, 104, 1-on-4, lob up, dunk, no good! Stays with Northwestern State, but a 4-on-1 break, and they couldn't get the bucket out of it.
Not sure Trenton Masner's the one to be throwing an alley-oop to.
Shot up, no good. Stays with the Demons, another offensive rebound. Kick down into the corner, 3 ball from White, no good. Stays with his own shot. Just kind of whips a wild pass into the paint. Another 3 ball from the Demons, no good. Ball is out of bounds, and it'll be Bearcat basketball. And with that, there will be a timeout on the floor, and I'm thinking both coaches at this point will probably gladly welcome the break. We've played 5 minutes. Demons have trimmed the lead to 7. This is Sam Houston State basketball here on the Bearcat Sports Network. 15:02 left to play. Bearcats leading it by 7. It'll be Bearcat basketball after the turnover by the Demons. Northwestern had a lot of looks at it, 0 for their last 5, and I think all 5 of those missed shots came on that last possession. Just kept getting opportunities and couldn't finish them off. Nuttall with it for the Bearcats. Drives, little acrobatic layup is good. Lead back to 9 for the Cats. Nuttall starting to heat up a little bit for Sam Houston. Couple of buckets here in this half as there's a 3 ball by Biles is up and good. Tell you what, the one thing that the Demons are not letting the Bearcats do, and that's get out and run away with this game.
Yeah, they're staying in it, and there's flashes from the Bearcats, and then the Demons keep on coming back.
Nuttall, another one. Free throw line jumper's good. Zach Nuttall, he's got 13.
You know, Jason, the way he had his season last year as a freshman, you saw glimpses of what could be. This sophomore campaign could be a breakout year for him.
A drive by C.J. Jones, and he was fouled, and he'll go to the line for a 3-point play. Another look at the finish there by Nuttall on that layup. A little up and under move. Then the free throw line jumper from Nuttall. Jones at the line, free throw is good, so he finishes off the 3-point play.
That's his first make of the season, Jason. He hadn't gone to the line too much so far.
He's cut it to a 5-point game. Bryant had a wide open look, kicks to the corner for 3. Good! Boy, Bryant passed up the open layup.
He did.
And he trusted Lampley, and Lampley rewarded him for it.
Lampley was wide open in the corner.
Easy layup down low for Dalen Williams. 6-point lead. Lampley now with 4 3-pointers in the game. Bryant, floater. Shot's good, but they're going to wave it off, say the foul was on the floor before the shot. So a tough break for the Bearcats. They don't get the bucket, they'll just keep the possession. Another look at it here, and you see the swipe right there prior to the shot. So Bearcats will inbound along the baseline.
Great effort by Bryant to continue the play just in case.
A little confusion on who was going to actually toss it in for the Bearcats. I don't think Bryant wanted it. He kept looking for somebody else to come get the ball. Bryant, free throw line jumper, good. He gets the points anyway. Lead back to 8 for the Bearcats, 60-52. Northwestern State, though, refusing to go away. White kicks out. 3 ball from the far side, right in front of the bench. It's good. Roberson knocks it down, back to a 5-point game, 60-55. Demons starting to heat up from 3-point range. The ball's knocked away, loose on the floor, picked up by the Demons. Turnover by the Cats. Northwestern State on a chance to chip away a little bit more. Talked about the 3-point shooting for Northwestern State as there's a whistle away from the ball. Foul called on Nuttall. Northwestern State had just 1 3-pointer in the first half. They were 1 of 12. So we get another look at the foul that was called on Nuttall. Boy, Biles certainly made the most of that. Nuttall was just kind of shielding the contact off. He got called for the foul. The second half, Demons are 3 of 5 from 3-point range, and that's going to be a walk for Biles. But we talked about it coming into the half, Ken. 9-point lead for the Bearcats. Had a chance to possibly use those first 5 minutes and open up something nice, mid-range double-digit lead. But it's Northwestern State who's chipped this down to 5 and kept themselves in the ball game.
Yeah, they're staying in it, and obviously you mentioned it just a moment ago with those timely 3-pointers.
3 3-pointers, plus they've had a 3-point play. Cats turn the ball over again. Northwestern State has converted on 4 consecutive field goal attempts. The Bearcats have as well. Unfortunately for the Cats, they've turned it over a couple of times here. 3 turnovers here in the second half for the Bearcats after turning it over 7 times in the first half. A little mid-range jumper, shot's no good. Lampley with the rebound. Ooh, nearly turned it over. Lampley with the catch, the drive, the layup is no good, but he was fouled and he'll go to the line. With that whistle, we've got a timeout on the floor. We'll take it. 11:36 left to play in the Southland opener. Bearcats still lead, but it's just 5 over Northwestern State. It's Bearcat basketball here on the Bearcat Sports Network. And welcome back to Johnson Coliseum. Jason Barfield here alongside Ken Holland. 11:36 left to play, and the Bearcats right now leading it by 5. Lampley will be at the line shooting 2 for the Bearcats. First free throw up and good.
Lampley came into this game shooting 81%, 17 for 21 for the young season.
His first trip to the line tonight, trying to make it a 2-for-2 trip. Second one on the way, and that one is good. Lead for the Bearcats back to 7. Let's see him string a couple of stops together. Demons have hit 4 of their last 5 shots. A wild shot up. Boy, it looked like it might have gone over the top of the backboard. I guess it stayed in. Xavier Bryant's asking that question. We'll get a look at it. And yeah, it certainly did. It looked like it hit that little support beam right there behind the backboard and kept the ball in. So a break for the Demons. They get an extra possession out of it. Just 5 left on the shot clock. Wild turnaround 3 falls. My goodness.
Wow.
So not only did they get the extra possession, they got 3 points out of it. Back to a 4-point game now. Long jumper, no good. And a foul called. I believe it's going to go on the Demons. Foul is on Bile. Get another look at it. I think that's going to be 4 on him. Yeah, the push on the dive. And Bile's going to go to the bench with 4 fouls. Cats will inbound from the baseline. Three ball, good! Tika Nico buries it. Boy, the Bearcats needed that one. Get it back to 7. Eleven threes. White drives, kicks to the corner. Three ball up, no good. Bryant with the rebound. Out to Thomas. Thomas lays it up and in. Terriante Thomas with the layup. And a timeout called by Jason Hooten. Another look at it. Thomas catches the outlet pass and a nice finish there at the rim for Thomas. Jason Hooten taking advantage of the momentum. Calls the timeout, brings his guys over. They're excited. That's what they needed. Just a couple of stops, a couple of back-to-back baskets.
You know, on the play before, Mark Ticanico coming out and getting the outlet pass beyond the arc, hitting that three-point play for a 6'10", 240 guy, post player, to be able to step beyond the three-point line and hit that shot. That's dangerous.
And that's a shot that he looks comfortable out there.
Absolutely.
2 for 4 from three-point range in this game. And, you know, I think that's one of the things that moving forward will be an advantage for the Bearcats, is that they can have him and Mark can kind of move in and out. He can play in the paint if you need him to, but he can also draw that defender out to the perimeter and knock down that shot. They're going to have to respect that from him. And I think that's one of the things, if, you know, he establishes that early here in Southland play, then as the season moves on, teams are going to have to start game planning a little bit for that and know that that's in his repertoire, and that's just going to open things up for everybody else.
Yeah, it's going to spread the court out, and then it's going to open up lanes of activity for, you know, either he takes that shot or passes, you know, an extra pass, and, you know, it's going to create mismatches. And it can be dangerous. You know, the thing about it is Kai Mitchell could do the same thing. Bubba Furlong could do the same thing. So it's going to be really interesting. All three of those guys have the opportunity to step out beyond the arc this season.
Well, the Cats have now hit 6 of their last 7. The thing is Northwestern State's doing just about the same thing. Cats looking to see if they can get a couple of stops. Start pulling away here. A little floater from White, and that one is good. And quickly, Northwestern State's got an answer. They get it back to 7. Bryant takes a little bit of a bump. Now to Ticanico. Gives it back to Bryant. Spots up. Long three. Back iron, no good. Offensive rebound. Swoop kicks to the corner. Thomas fires a three. No good.
In and out.
Had a good look at it. The ball's knocked loose on the floor, and boy, what a break for the Demons. It comes right back. Get another look at it here.
This is going to be a gift.
And not only do they get the bucket, they got the foul call. Hugues just kind of looked over the bench and shrugged his shoulders. A chance to finish off the three-point play. The free throw's up, no good. Got the leads back to 5. The Bearcats, they get it up to that 9-10 area, and then right back down. Northwestern State gets it within a couple of possessions. Thomas drives, and he was fouled on his way to the bucket, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Jason, what's interesting, the difference of halves for the Demons, they shot 1 of 12 for 3 points in the first half, and now they're 4 for 6. So that's what's keeping them in the game, but the Bearcats also are perfect from the free throw line, so we'll see what Terriante makes his first one.
Thomas gets his first one to go. Nuttall checks back into the ball game. Second free throw for Thomas. That one's good as well.
He's shooting 80% from the line after this game.
7-point lead for the Bearcats. 69-62. A wild pass back out to the perimeter. White with it. Throws it into the paint. And I think a travel is going to get called.
Jason, great defense by Ticaniko coming out to the perimeter, pushing back into the lane, moving his body around. Great agility by the big guy.
I think McConaughey wanted White to just keep that one, take it up himself. That extra pass really kind of cost him. The Cats kick to the corner. Lampley for three, no good. Ball loose on the floor. Demons come up with it. They're off and running. Master will go up. Shot's good. He's fouled and he'll go to the line. That's the fourth time here in the second half the Bearcats have fouled Northwestern State on a made basket. So get another look at it here. You see Lampley jumping, drawing the contact.
It's going to be Trenton Masner's first time to the line all season.
For the Demons, this will be free throw number 22 in this game. They're 15 of 21 from the stripe today. His free throw is up, no good. So 5-point Bearcat lead, 69-64. Cats have led by as much as 11. Nice pass inside as Mitchell turns around and lays it in. (71-64). Pass comes back out up top to Norvell. Ball loose on the floor, knocked away. Nuttall comes up with it. Nuttall takes it himself, lays it up. Shot no good, but he was fouled and will go to the line. Before he does, we've got a timeout on the floor. We'll take it. 7:22 left to go in this one. Bearcats lead it by 7, 71-64. This is Bearcat basketball here on the Bearcat Sports Network. Back here at Johnson Coliseum, Bearcats leading by 7 over Northwestern State. Zach Nuttall's been a spark here in the second half for the Bearcats, creating opportunities. He's got himself going to the line here. Nuttall with 13 points in the game. First one on the way is good. One more, Nuttall can edge past Lampley for the team lead today. Both of them sitting on 14 total points. That is 15 for Nuttall. Gets them both to go. Lead back up to 9. Again, this is kind of where the Cats have been playing. They've been playing right at this 9-point lead, and then Northwestern will cut it back down to 5. This is a wild shot. Ball loose. Bryant picks it up. Doesn't have numbers. Pulls up, jumper. Yes! Xavier Bryant knocks down the jumper. Bearcats back to a double-digit lead, 11 points. Matches their high for the ball game.
This is a point in the ball game where the Coach Hooten would like to see some separation.
Three-point ball, no good. Rebound to the Cats. Bryant picks it up. Chance to build a little bit. Lampley steps back, fires a three. Good! Lampley hits the three, and McConaughey calls a timeout for the Demons. Another look at it here. Bench clearly excited about that.
And he was way beyond the stretched out three-point line this season.
McConaughey, conversation continuing over on his bench. He's not happy about something that was not called on this other end. He felt like should have gone against the Cats. So we'll get another look at the three from Lampley, and that was deep.
That was very deep.
Lampley now 5 of 8 from three-point range, and the Cats have their biggest lead of the ball game of 14 points.
And Jason, the last game we got to call together was the NIT in Fort Worth, and that's where they had the new extended line. And we got called on a couple out-of-bounds, foot out-of-bounds plays on some three-point attempts, and looks like the Cats are pretty comfortable in that smaller space.
Well, that was one of the difficult things with that experimental line. You didn't have any chance to practice with it, you know.
Right.
So now they've had the opportunity to kind of practice and work on their spacing, and you know, certainly it's paying off. You see the free ball, 12 of 26 for the Bearcats today. But Lampley, a guy that when they brought him in this year, this is what they knew they were getting from him. A junior transfer from Wallace State Community College in Alabama. They knew they were getting a shooter, and he's certainly showing tonight why they went out and brought him in.
Absolutely. You know, he plays quietly, but, you know, he's fun to watch, and it's going to be interesting to see how he develops over the season into this style of play that Jason Hooten likes to have.
So Bearcats leading by 14. What response does Northwestern State have? So there's a foul called, and I believe it's going to be on, they're going to call it on Bryant. So that'll put White at the line, shooting 2 here.
He's perfect from the line tonight.
First free throw is good. Get another look at the foul call here. You had the reach in from Bryant. Second free throw, no good. Lampley picks up the loose ball. Lampley's got 17 for the Bearcats. And the lob up, Mitchell behind the backboard, and they're going to say he pinned the ball against the back of the backboard.
Yeah.
Jason Hooten telling his guys just to slow down. No need for that. Leading by 13, 6 minutes left to play. They can kind of work the clock a little bit and still get good looks at the basket. There's a wild three from the corner that's good.
That was a tough shot by Roberson.
Roberson with a three, his second of the game. R.J. Smith, little head fake, looked to drive, it wasn't there. Kai Mitchell will fire a long two, and it's good.
Again, our big men stepping outside and hitting good looks.
80-68, Bearcats lead it. And a turnover, ball out for Smith. He'll pick it up and was pushed from behind on the dunk attempt. 2 hands in the middle of the back. There was no attempt to play the ball. You know, we'll get another look at it. Maybe you could say he was taking a swipe at the ball, but that's hand on the back on a guy going for a dunk. That's dangerous.
Yeah. That's one of the ones that you think that they would take a look at to see if it would be a flagrant.
R.J. Smith at the line, shooting 2. First free throw on the way is good.
RJ.
Get one more look at it from the front side. And I guess you got the swipe on the shoulder, so it's not 2 hands on the back. Second free throw good. Also, you didn't have Smith go flying. He was still in control after the contact, which certainly helps the optics of it.
Right. If he would have gone down to the floor hard, it would have been a different story.
And a foul called on Bryant. And he thought he was about to be off and running. Get another look at it. Did he get a piece?
A little arm shove in there, but
yeah, grabbed the wrist. Good call there. He grabbed the wrist of Bile.
I think what Coach Hooten was upset about was a little arm push before that foul.
I think you're right.
One of our veteran referees here was putting the stop signal up to Coach Hooten.
Free throw is good. 82-70, 12-point lead for the Bearcats. Nuttall with it on the left side. Up top for Bryant.
Good job by Nuttall, just slowing it down a little bit.
Looks to drive, gets into the paint, lays it up, shot no good. And a foul called on the rebound. And they're going to call R.J. Smith on the foul. Got to put the Demons at the line. That's the last thing that Jason Hooten wants here is the clock to stop, allow them to come all the way down the floor and take a couple of free throws. As we'll get a look. Smith coming in and just kind of hooks the arm as he was reaching up for the ball. And the shot's no good, but an offensive rebound for the Demons. So they don't convert at the stripe, but they get a possession anyway. 3 ball out from Bile is good. And the lead is back to single digits, 82-73. These are the situations Jason Hooten talked about all during the non-conference. His closing out game. Smith fires a 3, no good. You had a 14-point lead in this one. Can you finish it off in conference play? That ball is thrown away. Jason Hooten, Mike McConaughey, 2 head coaches who've been through a lot of battles in the Southland Conference. They know exactly what to expect every night out. Bryant with it for the Cats, drops it off for Mitchell. Mitchell backs into the paint, shot, left it short. Mitchell, offensive rebound, goes back up, lays it in this time. Good second effort there by Kai Mitchell.
What was impressive is how he waited, and for him to get into the position and went up on that play, and Kai Mitchell is so tough down low.
84-73, 3.5 to play. White kicks into the corner. 3 ball for the Demons. Up, no good. Rebound, R.J. Smith. Smith's 5th rebound of the game. That's his first defensive rebound. Everything else had been on the offensive side. As the ball is stolen here, Nuttall lost it, and the layup is up and good. So a turnover by the Cats turns into 2 easy points for Northwestern State. And we've got a stoppage of play, and we'll have a timeout on the floor. We'll take it. 2:52 left to play. Bearcats lead it 84-75. Sam Houston State basketball here on the Bearcat Sports Network. And welcome back to Johnson Coliseum. 2:52 left to play. Bearcats trying to hold off Northwestern State here in the Southland Conference opener. Bearcat women already winners today. They played early this afternoon at Northwestern State. Pulled off the victory. So the Cats, the men here, trying to make it a 2-for-2 day for Sam Houston. But they know it's not going to be easy here against the Demons. Never is when you're fighting against Mike McConaughey. You know what his team is going to bring to the floor. So these new guys for the Bearcats are learning that firsthand here in the opener.
Well, this Demon team brings a lot of physicality.
Bryant in the corner, a little floater from the baseline, no good. Rebound comes down to Northwestern State. Got to make every possession count. 3 up, no good. Crash it in for the rebound and it goes out of bounds. Cats still lead by 9, but it feels like about 5, doesn't it?
It does. A little bit of sweating here.
Feels like it's about a 2-possession game. 2 minutes left to play in this one. Not all up top for Bryant. 10 left to shoot. Back to Bryant. Down low, Mitchell. Catch, turn, lays it in off the glass.
Nice move by Kai Mitchell. Just threaded the needle on those 2 defenders there.
Great offensive possession for the Bearcats. They milked the clock and they got the bucket. Kick to the corner, 3 ball up. It's just a 2 for the Demons. No good. That's going to be a travel. Oh, they're going to call a push. Wow. Foul called against Kai Mitchell at that.
He fell backwards.
He fell. That is an awful call.
Yeah.
Wow. There's no way that was a push on Kai Mitchell. And that's his 4th foul. Brutal. First free throw up and good. Get another look from a different angle here. See if there's anything there. There's not.
He just didn't have composure and he fell backwards. If anything, he pushed his arm up against Kai, and that actually made him go backwards even more.
Back to a 9-point game for the Bearcats. Swoop checks in. Trying to get a veteran presence on the field, on the court. And immediately he draws the whistle and get himself to the line.
You know, Jason, great offensive production, 86 points so far. 5 Bearcat players in double-digit scoring so far.
Swoop, a guy who was active early, got the start for the Bearcats. 5 points in the first half. This is his first points of the second half. As Lampley will check in, Mitchell checks out. First free throw got it back to double figures, 87-77.
If you want anybody shooting free throws, it's going to be Dane and Swoop at 94% on the season, and he makes both of these here.
Second one is good. Back to 11-point lead for the Cats. White, little push off, and he was called for it. I know some of the people sitting behind us have been asking for that all night long.
Yeah, they have, and I think they finally got their wish on that one.
Fortunate for the Bearcats, too, because the shot was good. Bryant splits 2 defenders around R.J. Smith. And Bryant will draw the foul and will go to the line. Now if the Cats can do the job at the line, they should be able to salt this thing away with 61 seconds left. Another look at the foul call and the push on Nuttall.
Very evident.
First free throw from Bryant. Front iron gets the roll to go.
You know, coming into the season so far, Jason, the Bearcats hitting 76% of their free throws and their opponent 70. So tonight they've done it really well at the line as well.
Second free throw on the way, and that one is good as well. Third time this year for the Bearcats to eclipse 90 points scoring. Did it in the opener against Paul Quinn as that turnaround shot's good. They also did it last time out against Wiley. Demons will take a timeout. We talk a little bit about Saturday's matchup coming up. The Bearcats will welcome New Orleans into town, and this is a New Orleans team that knocked Sam Houston out of the Southland tournament last year in a game that you and I called down in Katy. And you know, several of the Bearcats who were involved in that game, that's going to be in the back of their mind.
Yeah, and that was a tough game. Marcus Harris ended up tweaking his knee on that game. It just wasn't the same. Wasn't able to be the defender that the Bearcats needed that night. And I think, you know, 2 or 3 stops wins the ball game for them in Katy, and they could have kept on playing. So that was a tough loss to them. I think they would like to avenge that loss here on Saturday, especially at home, and start the season off 2-0.
It'll be a 2 o'clock game. We'll have it for you here on the Bearcat Sports Network. I'll be rolling solo on that broadcast. Ken's decided to bail on me on Saturday.
Can't disappoint my mom.
Oh, you can't. Xavier Bryant with it for the Bearcats. Demons trying to foul, and it's just not getting called. Lampley picks up his dribble, hands off to Bryant. Bryant finds R.J. Smith down low. Two-hand dunk for Smith. Exclamation point on this one.
Several attempts at dunks earlier in the game, and he finally got one.
White with the 3, no good. Lampley with the rebound, that will do it. He'll have to bring this one across the timeline. He does, and he'll just let the final seconds tick off here. So the Bearcats open up Southland Conference play with a 92-79 win, and we see the exclamation mark on this one as R.J. Smith, two-hand jam, finishes it off, and the Bearcats are 1-0 in Southland Conference play. Ken, your impressions on this Cat victory here today?
Well, the Bearcats pretty much led the whole time. You know, obviously we talked about how close it was at points. Cats would come out, get a little bit of double-digit lead. Demons kept on, you know, trying to get after it. But it's a great win for them. 92 points on the home opener. You know, we don't score 90 points very often in Southland Conference play, so that's a good offensive output. So great to get the first win of the season.
DeMarcus Lampley with 17 for the Cats. As everybody got involved in the offense tonight, the Bearcats did it from long range, 12 of 27 from three-point range as they get the win here against the Demons. They will be back in action on Saturday against New Orleans, 2 o'clock game. I'll have it for you here on the Bearcat Sports Network. I want to thank Ken Holland for joining me here and thank everybody back in our production room. You guys did a great job being here over the break. I can't thank you guys enough. They're all students. They come in and they work. They could be on their break, but they're here doing the work, bringing these pictures to you here as the Bearcats open up Southland play 1-0 with a win over the Demons. This is Sam Houston State basketball here on the Bearcat Sports Network.
We'd like to remind you to return on Saturday, December 21st to Johnson Coliseum as men's basketball faces off against New Orleans starting at 2.